second. Yes! Brilliant ball playing.
With Bryce Cartwright, he's had a very good half. They've been good, that right side.
Now, listeners, our co-host Rat.
I'm a little.
Okay,
This is a surprise.
He's had our next guest as the Dalian Medal winner, the Clive Churchill medalist for 2024. His man crush has been nauseating throughout this season, so we thought, you know, I wish we had the camera on him right now because he's actually blushing that we've got the man on Sports Day for a Monday night, Bryce Cartwright. How are you, Bryce?
Hey, boys. I think I'm the one blushing having Matty Rogers talk about me like that.
So
Thanks, Matty.
have you been keeping up to date? Have you been hearing the love over the last few weeks, Bryce?
Yeah, no, I've been seeing it on the social media. So, you know, it's always nice to see guys you've watched growing up and, you know, say that kind of stuff about you. But, yeah, thanks, Matty. I appreciate it.
No worries, mate. I'm very underprepared now because I've got questions here for Sean Russell, but... Mate, tell me, what's been the difference maker for you this year? Was it an off-season where you just really knuckled down? I mean, you came out, your intensity when you came out just in the trial matches, you just seemed to take your game to another level than in round one. Obviously, you've had a little bit of an injury, but was it a real focus for you in the off-season?
Yeah, I just think the time I spent on the field last year and Brad showed some really, you know, big trust and faith in me, and there was obviously a position there with Isaiah Papali'i leaving and Murata Niokore, and I was able to hold down that spot last year and sort of haven't really, you know, played a whole year at back row and spent 80 minutes on the field each weekend and out, and probably as I get older too, I've learnt a bit more about myself on the field and, you know, when to pull the trigger and just learning the little things of my game. I wasn't really a back rower or a forward who did sort of the hard stuff or valued it, and then, you know, last year started doing that and integrating in my game a lot more, and sort of have to with the way Brad coaches and wants his forwards to play. So, you know, it's had a decent start to the year, and just be nice to get some more wins and get our main man, number 7, back on the field too.
Yeah. Well, obviously, having Mitch out, disappointing. He's certainly a great leader on the field for you, but your other leader, Gutho, mate, as a competitor, is there anyone, have you played with anyone that competes as hard as he does from the first to the 80th minute? I mean, from an outsider, I look at him and I love watching him play because you just think I could play with 13 of him easily, week in, week out, because you just know you're going to get every ounce of effort from him.
Yeah, 100%, Matty. And you see that, you know, during the week when we're out training, what he eats, how he trains, what he puts his body through. And, you know, during the week he can barely run because he's that sore from the game. He's not, you know, one of the most skillful fullbacks, but, you know, he's probably the most competitive out of them all, I think. And he just loves playing footy. He loves playing for his mates, his club. And, you know, I've been lucky enough to know Gutho since we were 14, 15 years old, and he's always been like that. And, you know, it's been a blessing and a pleasure to be able to play with him these last, 4 years I've been at Power.
What's he like in the pre-season, Bryce? Is he the leader of most pre-season drills?
Yeah, so this pre-season he was actually injured and he was in the rehab group the whole time. But before that, you know, no one can catch him. He's the fittest bloke out there, and he had a bit of a different off-season this year in pre-season, so it was a bit strange not seeing him out there. But we could still hear him from the sidelines. He's all very vocal. So, but I think it's helped his body. You know, he's looking extra fit this year, and you know, obviously he's our leader, so he has to lead from the front end, for example.
Well, you know, he did have the man bun there for a while, but has he had to shave it because of the receding hairline, or is that the reason? Or
yeah, well, I don't know. Everyone said he went to Turkey to get that hair because he was losing his hair when we were about 18 years old. So I don't know where the man bun comes from. But yeah, he's always doing some stupid things like that. He had a Chuck Liddell haircut on the weekend. I don't know what's going on. He loses the plot sometimes, Gutho.
Yeah. Now, mate, you've played 4 games this season. Obviously, you've had an injury. It was your ribs. Am I right in saying that? Your ribs?
Yeah, I fractured my ribs around 3 against Manly.
Yeah.
So I missed 2 games and came back last week. They still don't feel 100%, but yeah, you know, they'll get there and got a long season ahead. So just got to protect them for a couple more weeks before they fully heal. Yeah.
Now, Dylan Brown on the weekend stepped up, had a fantastic game for you guys. You need that in the absence of Mitch Moses. What's the story on Mitch? How far off? Do you know how far off he is? And I mean, he's obviously such a huge part of Parramatta's run.
Yeah, definitely. And, just not for myself. He's obviously the half of my edge. We've got up a really good combination, but, for us as a team, he leads us around the park. But I think Dylan's doing an amazing job at the moment, stepping up. Dylan's not probably as vocal as Mitch is, but, just the way he carries the ball and his kicking game's getting a lot better. I thought Dejan Arce played really good. It was obviously handy having him on the left side because he's a left foot kicker, and then having Dylan on my side. But I think Dylan's been really good. He's exactly like Gutho. You know what you're going to get from him each week. The effort he puts into his game, the intensity he plays with. So, really enjoying playing with Dylan.
Hey, with Dylan, it's funny you should say that because I was going to ask you about, with Mitch not being there, he may not be as dominant verbally on the field, Dylan, but it seems as though with Mitch being out, that Dylan actually enjoys that freedom without the dominance of, or that shadow that's hanging over him with how dominant Mitch Moses is. Can you sense it on the field that since Mitch has been gone that he has taken that extra step?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've noticed it a bit because with Mitch, Mitch and Gutho are the only ones that are speaking on the field. You can't get a word in, or they'll tell you to shut up out there if you try and say something. So it's been nice to see Dill come out of his shell, and you can see it more and more each week that he's been more vocal, and he obviously has to because he's a halfback at the moment and the one that steers us around. But it's nice seeing him develop in that sense.
Do you get out the riff much, Bryce?
Do I get out to the riff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still live out here. I'm a Westie still.
Oh, you still living out? How good. So, what, you a Glenmore Park boy or an Emu Plains boy?
No, I'm St Mary's. Yeah, so I'm about 10 minutes before Penrith.
You're just born and bred, aren't you? You just
loves it.
Hey, how good's that? Wait, so
Yeah,
Nathan,
although when footy's done, I will move back to the Gold Coast.
yeah. Hey,
of
what?
course.
So Nathan Cleary's hasn't he got a bar that's opening in High Street out there soon, or is it already opened?
Yeah, he's I don't know if it's open yet, but he's opening a bar on High Street out here, and he's called it Freddy's. So it's actually really nice out here in the west now. It's it's booming. There's a lot of things going on, and it's really good for the community out here. Everything that's happening. Yeah,
good one. Now, mate, big game this weekend. You got the Dolphins. They've been a bit hit and miss this year. They've had a couple of tough losses. I thought they could have played better on the weekend, but what do you think of the Dolphins this year, and what have you got to do to stop them?
Yeah, they're obviously a really good team. I think them losing the hammer helps us a bit, and I think Flegler and Farnworth are out as well. So, but they've obviously still got a very good squad, and they're coached by one of the best coaches that our game's seen. So it's going to be a really tough game, and we're lucky enough to take it to Darwin, which is nice. We take one game there a year, it's our home game, so it's always exciting going up there to get the game out in the community there, and hopefully we can string some wins together before Mitch comes back in 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So Darwin, I know you take your home games
Richardson
up there.
Park. Oh, no, they don't play at Richardson Park anymore. That's where we used to play.
Oh, you lived up there, didn't you? Yeah. So with Darwin, I mean, what's the interaction with the community like? Do they embrace the game when you're up there throughout the week, Bryce?
Yeah, the people are awesome up in Darwin. They love it. It's always a sellout when we go there. It's not the biggest stadium, but I still think we get about 14,000 there, and do some promos there during the week. We go up Wednesday actually, play on Friday. So whenever we get there, you get treated sort of like royalty. The kids love you, the fans love you there. So it's always exciting to go to places like that and give back and just see how much they enjoy watching football.
Now, what's the go with Brad Arthur and the water bottles? Like, is it only in Darwin that he basically drinks his weight in water?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it must be just a Darwin thing because you never really see him do it in the West or in Sydney. And it is hot up there. It's a very, very tough game to play. Some of the blokes lose 6-7 kilos after that game, and it's just really tough conditions to play in. But it's a good experience, and we do enjoy playing up there.
Yeah, nice. It is. They do love it up there. I remember when I was a kid and Canterbury came up and played Penrith. It was awesome. Now, a quick question for you: when you're running the ball, are you thinking I'm going to offload, or do you know you're going to offload, or do you just take the line on, run as hard as you can, and then just see what happens? Like, what are you thinking? Because it seems like you just never get tackled with the ball.
Yeah, I think it's sort of changed over the years. When I was younger, I had a million things going on in my head. You know, I was thinking about chip chasing or, you know, trying to cut out flick pass. And I think as I've got older, and especially in the last couple of years, I'm more worried about, you know, making some space and then trying to go to quick play the ball or run through someone, and then I just normally get an arm free. So sort of simplified it now, and just worried about doing what's sort of best for the team, you know, because I've got such good halves that if I get a quick play the ball, they can play on the back of that, and then, or if not, then my offload will happen. So I'm sort of just thinking about, you know, finding some space and running hard first, and then the other stuff happens off that.
Yeah, good one.
Now, is your dad's Mick, isn't it?
No, my dad's Dave, actually.
Oh, Dave. Because Mick, in under 21s 1992, Mick knocked me out, put me in the hospital.
You probably deserved it.
Yeah, last game of 1992. They're thugs, mate, the Cartwright family. Your Uncle John was one of the greatest head slammers in rugby league history.
Mate.
Yeah, you would have seen plenty of that in your time.
I did.
In your time. Hey, now listen, Bryce, we're going to put you through the blowtorch, which, you know, there's a lot of NRL athletes, they run and hide from these questions.
Nah, this is where the hard-hitting questions come out,
Okay.
Bryce. So
This is where we get to know
prepare
you, Bryce Cartwright, okay? King of the West.
Yeah.
They reckon you're above Nathan Cleary out there. So so you get two tickets to the best event. So what's the best sporting event in Bryce Cartwright's, if you had to go and watch it, what would it be?
Dream event.
Oh, I would say Game 7 of an NBA Finals.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So who you go for?
Anywhere LeBron's playing, so Lakers at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
a
Okay.
LeBron
So
fan.
you get two tickets to the NBA Finals. It's for you and one teammate. Who you're taking and why?
Oh, that's tough. I'm pretty close with a few of them. I'm probably going to have to choose Jermaine Hopgood. I've built up a really good relationship with him, and he's a Queenslander, so he loves his Forex, and I enjoy my Forex. So I think we'll try and put over the
nice.
That's good. That relationship might be strengthened
You'll play
now.
for Queensland soon.
Very
Yeah,
good
absolutely. Now, is there one teammate that you'd like to mute? You just turn them off for 24 hours. Can't hear from them. They can't say a thing.
Yeah, probably Gutho.
No, don't say that. I've got him hanging from my mirror in my car, my rear vision mirror. He's a little smelly thing.
Now, who could be the teammate that could tell a joke to save, if you had to get everyone to laugh in a room to save your life, Bryce Cartwright, which teammate is that's telling the joke?
Oh, that's a good one. Probably Ryan Madison. He's a bit of a clown.
Is he really?
always-
Wow, didn't pick that.
I thought he'd just be.
Stuff. Yeah,
I thought he'd just be loving his own biceps.
Oh, mate, they are some
Loves his
biceps.
biceps, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I love them too, just quietly.
There is a lot of that.
Okay, who's the first to leave on Mad Monday?
Oh, I don't know. I'm reading Cam McGillard.
Oh,
He didn't come last year. He didn't-
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Since when a
Amazing.
front row has
Yeah.
not turned up to Mad Monday?
Different breed.
He's a big softy, Regan.
That's okay. Last one. Best tourist. End of season trip. Best tourist.
Jermaine Hopgood. I've got to go Jermaine
Wow.
Hopgood.
Nice.
I love him
A lot
even
of
more.
Jermaine love.
I love him.
It's good.
Love him. Hey, so we've finally been able to scratch the itch for one Matthew Rogers with one T by getting you on Sports Day, Bryce. You're a bit of a favourite of the show, mate, and you're having a great season so far, and there's still so many years to go in your career. So keep building on it, mate, and good luck this week. And thanks for taking time out to be on Sports Day. What do you got to say, Rat?
Well, I just want to say, mate, just keep doing what you've been doing those early rounds. Be that X factor that Parramatta need, because you've got the team that can do it, and you're a big part of that. So well done on the start of the season, mate. Keep it going.
Thanks, Matty. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, boys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Bryce. See you, mate.